A lot of women over 40 think that it's just all about eating less, that the less that you eat, the faster you'll lose weight and the more weight that you'll lose. But that's also why so many women over 40 stay stuck and are constantly seeing plateaus. And it's why so many women think or have been told that their metabolism is broken. Diet culture hammered the eat less, move more thing into our head for decades. So it's no wonder that most of us think it, but the reality is that most of us actually have experienced it. We saw that when we ate less, the scale actually did move, the weight actually did come off. Usually it came off pretty quickly, and people started noticing. And so it gave us this addictive effect of, okay, that has to be the right way. And it's like any addiction, it's never as good as the first time, but the memory of it keeps us going back for more. So it makes total sense that if you've ever lost weight this way, that you would want to keep doing it. But here's what actually happens when you eat less. If you drastically drop your calories at first, yes, you will absolutely lose weight at first, and you may lose it really fast. But what's happening is that you are actually losing mostly water and muscle. And a lot of people don't think that the water weight piece is a big deal, but it's important to recognize that water weight has nothing to do with your fat. So if you are losing water, you are not losing fat. Water is only found in and around the muscle. Think about a piece of meat. Muscle without water is jerky, and fat and water don't mix. So water is only found in and around the muscle. So when you are losing water weight, that's not actually a great thing unless you're overly bloated for some reason and you're just trying to get rid of the water retention that you're holding on to from a high sodium meal or something like that. But that does not mean that you're losing fat. So yes, at first you will lose some weight, and the majority of it will be water weight, especially when you're losing really fast, which means yes, some of it's also going to be muscle. And because of that, when you're losing muscle, it actually makes fat loss harder, because we talked about in a previous video about your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. Your muscle makes up a big part of that BMR. So when you lose muscle, your BMR starts to reduce, which means that fat loss gets harder. Then not only is fat loss getting harder, but as you start eating less and less, that's when your hunger hormones start kicking in. Your leptin kicks up and tells your body, hey, we're really hungry. So then that means now it feels like your body's working against you because you're eating so much less that you feel so hungry, which sets you up for binging. That's the reason why when you are having that perfect diet, when you're eating amazingly on point all day long, that at the end of the day, you want to binge, you want to eat the kitchen furniture. It's the reason why when you have a great week, you get to the weekend and you're just like, oh, I just want to let loose a little bit. It's because those hunger hormones start kicking in to save you, to say, hey, we don't have enough. I need more food. And so therefore you get hungrier. So when you're eating less and less, it's not only, yes, causing this rapid weight loss that includes muscle, which starts to lower your BMR, which makes fat loss harder and makes you hungrier and sets you up for binging, you're training your body to survive on less. And when you train your body to survive on less and less, that means each diet becomes less effective than the last one. The reality is that fat loss is not about eating as little as possible. It's about eating enough to support your metabolism, your muscle, your energy. When you do go into a fat loss phase, which should not be never ending, your body will actually respond. This is why something like taking diet breaks or the metabolism reset is so important, because when you start taking these times out of your year to eat properly, to eat more protein, to eat more fiber, start actually fueling your workouts, you can finally see results when you go into a fat loss phase. So whether it's something that you want to own or not, you do have a choice. And that choice is to continue to keep under fueling and fighting your body, only to end up with slower results and more regain, or start fueling your body for the results that you want, rebuild your metabolism, and finally make fat loss sustainable. So if you are ready to take your first action step, I have created a free 30-day metabolism reset calendar. It gives you one small doable action each day that stacks on the action before it so that you can start fueling your metabolism instead of slowing it down. The link is right below this video in the description, and this video is a part of the 90-day metabolism makeover series. So if you are that person that has been on the yo-yo roller coaster, you're ready to get off, you're ready to start fueling properly, you're ready to start actually getting your metabolism healed and healthy, and to a point that when you do decide to go back into a fat loss phase, you can see a result, then make sure that you are not only subscribed, but turn the notifications on so you can get the daily drop. And I'll see you on the next one.